A piece of wood left to the elements disintegrates over time, and this nose framing on my porch has seen better days, so it's time to replace it. I sawed off the end to get the profile. There's some rounding in the front, and on the bottom there's a large shallow rabbet. At the rear there's a groove for a tongue to fit into. The replacement wood I'm using is white oak, which I've already dimensioned. The first thing I'll do for the profile is cut the rabbet. Because the fence arms on my small plow plane are too short, I'll use my Stanley 45. I never enjoy the setup on this thing, but I'm not going to argue with a tool that eventually works. This gauge helps me transfer the rabbet depth to the stops on the combination plane. Then, the panel gauge transfers the width of the rabbet. Now I can start cutting the wood. I have to do this as a series of wide grooves. The innermost groove is first. I start at the end working backwards. Because the workpiece is longer than my bench, I have to reposition as I advance. Notice that I'm taking heavy, thick shavings. Once that cut is done, I do 3 more cuts. I'm intentionally leaving a few ridges between certain cuts because I want to avoid rocking the plane as I cut. That's always a danger when using a wide cutter in tough wood. And now from the downhill side of the grain up, I'm going to pop off most of these ridges. And now I'll get rid of the final traces of the ridges with this small jack plane. The rabbet is done. I'll cut off this little uneven part at the end. The groove on the edge is fairly quick work for the plow plane. One of the ends of the nose is cut at a miter. I'll get the angle with a sliding T-bevel and mark it. This freehand saw cut wouldn't be hard to adjust if it were off, but I managed to get it right the first time. After test fitting, I marked the other end and pared out some chips on the waist side of the knife line to better guide the saw. You can take bold strokes after establishing the curve. The Prophet Quinn reminds us that chamfers are what separate us from the animals, and they help ease our way around obstructions, so the grooves get chamfered. To finish off the nose shape, I use a handmade Taiwanese hollow. Then followed up with a spoke shave of similar origin. The profile is done and ready for sanding and painting. A final test fit before installation is looking good, so in it goes and the job is done.